And then one night, Allah guided me to an ayat and a surah, and it mentioned, "This day I have completed my favor upon you. I have perfected your religion."
Eamon Abdul Haq, a grandmother from the United States. In her old age, she was guided and decided to become a Muslim.
And I had left the local church that I was in, and I felt sad that I was leaving. But when I think about it, I've been in many denominations, in and out, and the local church was the last church that I was in. And one evening, I just decided to go to God. For no reason at all, I just went to God in prayer and asked Him that I wanted the truth, no matter what it takes. Well, I said this 3 different times, 3 different days.
In her later years, Eamon Abdul Haq often prayed for guidance to the right path. She began to doubt the concept of the Trinity in her previous religion, until one night, Allah guided her to the right path. Her daughter, Nur Nasser, who had not visited her for a long time, suddenly came. Her daughter came as a Muslim, and of course, her daughter taught and introduced Islam to Eamon. MashaAllah, it's all God's will.
When with the doorbell rang and my twin said, your daughter's here. And I says, my daughter, which one? And she said, Lou. So anyway, I went to greet her and came back, and I saw her, she was all covered differently, you know. Yeah, I came to my daughter and asked her 2 questions, because I saw her kneeling that night and she was prostrated. And that seemed strange to me. So anyway, I asked her, are you still a Christian? And what do you think about the Trinity? And then my daughter said that she would take time with me that night, and I mentioned this to her.
Hearing her mother's concerns and questions, Nur Nasser answered and explained the concept of the Trinity to her mother. After that, Nur Nasser continued her explanation of Islam and advised her mother to read the Quran.
I picked up the Quran and held it to my face and kissed it. I stated, why hasn't anyone told us about this? Nur taught me how to pray.
Eamon was very interested in the Quran. She endeavored to learn and understand more about Islam, until one night, Allah led her to a verse that made her not stop crying.
And then one night, Allah guided me to an ayat and a surah, and it mentioned, this day I have completed my favor upon you. I have perfected your religion, and I have chosen Islam as your religion. This was amazing to me, just amazing, that I realized that God had a religion. And all these other denominations were just man-made. Praise Allah. So my daughter had called me from Egypt, and she had made arrangements that I wanted to go to Hajj. So I performed my duty. And it was a wonderful experience. I can remember just walking up that hill, and the tears were just coming down my face. So then I returned home and continued my journey. And I really realized that I was on a journey to Islam.
All the answers to your questions are there. Don't hesitate. Open the Quran and read it.
That there's only one creator, one power, one life giver that is responsible for our lives.
That the best words is the words of the Quran. And the best reminder is reminder from the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.